waiting for the snap. Right, arm extended, puts it down, on the way. It's long enough, and it is no good. He missed it to the right with 4 seconds to play. It was long enough, but it was no good. And Norwood walking slowly and dejectedly off the field.
Johnson to the right side. Johnson fakes, looking, 5 seconds to Hunt. Anderson Hunt stops, fires a 3. No! It's off the mark. It's over. The Bulldogs have pulled off the biggest upset in the history of Duke basketball.
And the 2-1 pitch to the Minnesota center fielder is driven to deep left center field. Back goes Keith Mitchell. It is gone. Home run bucket. And Charlie Lebrand has turned the lights out in the Metrodome again.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Because of the HIV virus that I have attained, I will have to retire from the Lakers today.
Welcome to the Best of SportsCenter 1991. I'm Chris Berman. Throughout the year, ESPN SportsCenter has brought to you the pictures, the facts, and the impressions that make up each and every day in sports. During the next hour, you'll be treated to what will be a first in a series of very special SportsCenter videos, a compilation of the very best of what SportsCenter brings to you day in and day out. Each year, there are thousands of stories to be covered, and 1991 was no exception. But before we tackle the big news of the year, let's go back, and begin with my favorite, the most memorable football plays of 1991. There was no shortage of great catches, great runs, and great passes, punts, and kicks. So, here it is, the very best of football, 1991 style.
You must follow, so when you wake up tomorrow, you'll say, hey, the brother don't play. Hey, 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 hey.
I just like to go, and that's it.
Rolls up, hands it off, and goes to Sanders up the middle, into the 30, he's in the open, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Barry Sanders.
Oh, now you're in trouble if you're Rutgers. And he is gone. Hargrave smiles.
I think the great hitters are guys that never have, they don't have a fear factor. They just go and they let everything from their toes all the way up into the hit.
Ow! Ooh, I can't hold it.
You always see at 6 points. You always see a receiver catch the ball. Okay, now I'll beat him to the end zone.
Second and 10 to the 44. Niners are all backed up for this Hail Mary pass. Everybody's down there. The ball is bumped around. We've got touchdown! Touchdown Falcons! They took it out of the pile.
Second down and 8 out to the 24. Play action. Brunell. He's looking touchdown. It is. Oh, what a catch! Mario Bailey.
Now Rathman goes in motion. Young's going to throw out of the end zone. Bryant pursuing him from behind. Sends it way downfield. Taylor made the catch. It was Jomack. He breaks away. He's to the 40. He's to the 30. Down to the 20. He's being chased by Sanders. He'll get there. Touchdown 49ers.
Long kickoff. Dion looks in the sun on the goal line. To the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, 35, to the 40, 45, 50. Dion, 100 yards.
The year in boxing began with Evander Holyfield as the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, with his primary adversary Mike Tyson in hot pursuit. The year, as it turned out, ended precisely as it began. But the boxing event of 1991 took place in the ring behind me, here at the Convention Center in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Holyfield and George Foreman. While Evander Holyfield won the unanimous decision, it was George Foreman who stole the show.
I would keep television on. 24 hours a day, I was just trying to fill up with it.
In the plains.
And I said, how am I, if I get on television, going to be the kind of person that you don't walk by?
I'm going to go to Baskin-Robbins, and I'm going to eat every flavor ice cream in the world. And then when you start pushing and shoving me, you're going to have to push and shove a whole franchise.
I'd just like to thank everybody else.
I'll put you between two slices of bread and eat you up here. See, the only danger I worry about is getting ketchup on my tie.
They can't change the station. Don't change the station.
In his first incarnation in the 70s, a grunt and a sneer were George Foreman's way of communicating. But this time around, Foreman is foremost a salesman. He may not be the best fighter anymore, but in selling a fight, there is none better.
The second time around, I knew that if I was going to make it, I was going to have to become the pitchman. You've got to have that fire truck. When a water truck goes down the street, no matter how many, nobody pays any attention. But once a fire truck goes down the street, people come out of their houses with rollers in their head, pajamas on. Where you going? There's a fire down there. And I decided I was going to be a fire truck and not a water truck.
Foreman is a hook and ladder, but he merely climbed a step ladder, facing a collection of has-beens and never-weres, and yet he's managed to hook the public into buying one of boxing's more curious attractions in history by tailoring his shtick for all occasions.
The kids are singing right now, fat man, why you so fat? I'm trying to keep my wife away right now with the food. It's gonna be so much eating down in Atlantic City, there's gonna be big buffets set up. I'm gonna train hard every day and walk through there and grab legs of chicken, roast of beef, porks of chops. Okay, you betcha. You can bring the hamburger now. Bring the hamburger. Bring it now, baby. Bring that hamburger, Joan. Don't do me like that. The 40-year-old guys are going to take over the planet, boy. I'm going to show the whole world that the age 40 or 50 is not a death sentence. We're going to celebrate and drink our Geritol and eat our hamburgers and walk around the world and scare all the gang members. I'm going to be heavyweight champ for the world and taking Social Security checks at the same time. The thing is, I've had a good time. You know, the word comes from confidence. I've been a great confidence man. If you want to exist in this business, you better be a pitchman.
Holyfield coming on, a strong left from Holyfield against Foreman, and a right, and Holyfield landing inside. One punch after another. He's got Foreman wobbling.
He's going. Here comes the throw. He's got it.
The date was May 1st, 1991. In terms of sports milestones, there was no bigger day of the year. It was also the day that sports fans across America learned the significance of the number 939 and the significance of the number 7. And this wacky and confusing world of sports being what it is, they also learned how the number 7 can loom larger than the number 939.
It is the newest math. We call it Nolanometry. On any given sports day, 939 is likely to be a titanic, nigh unapproachable figure. It dwarfs numbers like 4 for 4, or 8 2/3, or 417 in his last 10 games. It would be the biggest number on most days, enough to make a man unquestioned king of the sports world for a healthy spell. But Nolan Ryan has a unique perspective on numbers. Nolanometry is the integration of history and math. Consider the logic. 7 does not equal simply 7. 7 equals 7 times 44 times.
You don't really anticipate them. You don't really give them any thought, you know, prior to. You hope maybe you'll get that opportunity again, but that's all it is.
And when you divide 939 by...
Yes, I believe I deserve more money.
And divide that by...
Today, I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
It becomes perfectly clear why, in the eyes of the sports world, 7 is greater than 939. It's not fair to the man of steel. It's not what Nolan had in mind, but it's Nolanometry. It's history. It was Wednesday. That's when the sports world learned the basic postulate of the new man. When a legend grows exponentially toward infinity, 7 is in fact greater than 939.
When the year 1991 began, Steve Palermo was known as a stylish and accomplished umpire. That all changed at the All-Star break. Not in the twinkling of an eye, but with the crack of 5 bullets.
He made the show at 27. Steve Palermo was very good. He's grown to be one of the best. This summer, his name moved from the bottom of the box score to bold headlines.
Umpires, by the very nature of their work, keep late hours, and so it was 1:30 in the morning on a Sunday before the All-Star break here in Dallas. Steve Palermo, dining here, and a group of others inside responded to a call for help. It would change Steve's life forever.
2 waitresses were assaulted. Palermo and 5 others ran out, subdued one alleged assailant, then a car drew up, 5 shots rang out.
As soon as I got hit by the bullet, I knew something was wrong big time, because I didn't go down like a sack of potatoes. Felt warm, like warm water was being poured over my legs. And I was just melting to the ground. I wanted to roll over, get on my side, because my back hurt. The middle of my back hurt. 1, 2, 3.
Nerves near his spine were damaged. He could only wiggle 3 toes on his right foot. Now, he learns to walk again. Multiple daily sessions of physical therapy.
Straight. Get it straight. Stand tall, too.
In a building full of personal dramas, Steve draws strength from those too young to comprehend their own challenge.
Piece of cake. It's a snap.
Hero? He rejects the label. Anger? He has neither the time nor the luxury.
You say that you're lucky if you can count your friends on one hand. I need to borrow a lot of hands. Count my friends.
They range from a former president to young fans. From one card signed by the game's greatest living legends to ordinary people.
Was there a little bit of the umpire in Steve Palermo when he decided to run out there?
I'd like to think it was the human being in Steve Palermo that ran out that night. Can I carry that human being onto the field with me? You know, you want to call somebody a hero, call my mom and dad heroes. Call Vincent and Angela Palermo heroes. Because they're the ones who taught me to live like this and to treat people the way that I tried to treat people.
There is one immediate baseball goal for this October.
I want to walk out to home plate with my crew just to go get the lineup cards. Because I got to get on the field this year to know what I'm rehabbing for next year.
How much does baseball mean to you? Umpiring mean to you?
Not as much as Debbie, but everything else.
He came back to baseball on the last Saturday of the season with his crew.
The Oakland Athletics and the Texas Rangers and all of Major League Baseball welcome umpire Steve Palermo to Arlington Stadium.
Several weeks later, he threw out the first ball of the World Series. His rehab continues as an outpatient. Steve Palermo looks within his soul and vows to walk, and looks you in the eye and says he will umpire again.
Take your time and eat. Show some manners. Show some manners. Show some manners. Don't you understand? Didn't I raise you to be a better cow than that, huh? Huh? With people with a lot better manners than you've got there. People
don't
like
they
it.
know that they could be future cheeseburgers?
I'm telling you, don't say that. Don't say that. The one thing you don't want to say around is cheeseburger. Don't let the bull hear you. I don't have to do anything but get up in the morning, brush my teeth, and be me. It's what the other guy has to do. He has to constantly practice. Get, move, slip, run, hide, duck, hit him here. Up, 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 up. Here's a guy who's 20-some-odd years old, Evander Holyfield, training his guts out. He's exercising, doing sit-ups and push-ups, taking peels and all of that. It's a victory for me. I'm not doing anything but being myself. Dee-dee-dee-dum-dum-dum. All I gotta do is be myself.
Why retire? Foreman came back, and Bjorn says he's coming back, and there's guys on the tennis circuit coming back all over the place.
Is Bjorn crazy to try to come back?
It depends what he's looking for. In a way, one of my biggest disappointments was when he quit so soon. I mean, it was like the Lakers, to me, I mean, I'm not saying it was as intense to fans as the Lakers and the Celtics of the 80s or the great rivalries, but to me, that was like the Lakers-Celtics to me. You know, there was a lot of tennis to be played between us. It's a big disappointment for me.
When you're in prison, the worst thing about it is you have no freedom. I mean, now I understand what we had all those wars for over the years, for our freedom. And when they take that freedom away from you, freedom's a big thing. Freedom is a big thing. It's the biggest thing. And to stand at that door, and the way it was set up, the door was here, and the parking lot was there, and my little boy would get in the car and come up a street like this, and around like this, and like this, until he would disappear here. He would hang out the window all the way up the drive, around the drive, and down the main street saying goodbye to me. And it wouldn't hit you until you got out of your sight. And then that's when it was really tough. And it never did get easy. You know, the first time was tough, the second time was tough, but the 15th time was tough too. It never did get easy, saying goodbye to my son. It never did get easy.
A good boo would charge me up about as much as anything. You know, gritting and bearing down.
Well, that's what happened that the one day, the celebrated incident where you spit.
Sure,
I mean,
sure.
There'd been a fly ball that had been dropped, right?
That's right, that's right. And it was and the thing that burned me so badly is that it was a ball hit a mile in the air by Mantle. And then the other day, or a couple of years ago, my son was with me, and big drops just start coming down like that. I said, come here, John Henry, real fast. I said, look in the sky. Oh, geez, he said, you can't do it. I said, that's exactly the way the thing happened when I dropped the ball in Fenway. Mantle hit that ball, and I'm looking up, and all of a sudden, boy, the big heavy drop, and I hesitated with my glove and popped the ball. And then I really heard it from it.
One afternoon, my mom asked me to go to the store, and they always told us to look out of the peephole out of the apartment buildings before we went out. So I looked out, and they were shooting heroin, and I said, hey, I ain't going out. I'm like 10 years old. I'm looking at this going on, and I said, Ma, I can't go out. I think when I saw what happened that day, I realized that, hey, you know, you can't get caught up in all that hoopla that's going around in New York.
The night of darkness, hanging out, basketball games, girls, drinking, that type of life. I'm just very happy that, you know, the Lord has saved my life. I don't look on the dark side. I don't look back. I don't look back what happened in New York. That's the past. That's over. That's dead. You know, I'm a new man in Christ, and I'm walking with faith, and my belief is forward.
Huh? No way! No way! I've been waiting a long time for this. I went to all the f***ing amateur one. Now we're going to the pros. Woo!
When I was younger, first came into the league, pretty good example would be the '87 playoff clinching game when I was screaming and going crazy in the locker room and all that. That was the young Will. That was the Will that, you know, loved to party and loved to have a good time and go out there and cut up and raise hell. And, you know, you just can't do that and keep it up over 162 games. So you had to mellow out and mature and use more of your brain than more of your body.
I have never awakened in the middle of the night and said, oh, I've never won a national championship. I've never won. It never bothered me a bit. I'm just thankful that we're close. I'm thankful we're close. I think that if we can stay close long enough, those putts will fall one of these days. You know, we're lipping out right now. But one of these days, those things are going to fall in there, and we're going to get one if we can stay close. I probably want one as bad as anybody in the world. But I'm not obsessed with it. I'm not going to cut my dadgum throat because we didn't win a national championship, you know. And I want one real bad.
Is it hard for you to say $4 million a year?
That's a lot of iron. Woo!
Because you look at what you were making a couple of years ago, and now you're in a position to say $4 million.
That's a lot of iron. But
you can't even say it with a straight face.
I can't. That's amazing. You believe that? But, you know, it's the game. It has nothing to do with us. It's not our fault. I mean, you know, things happen. The owners are making a killing, you know, and finally they were willing to share some of the money. And that's what happened. Baseball salaries went boom.
You go in somebody's house now to recruit that kid, and they'll turn around and look at you and say, I want you to make certain that little Johnny gets his schoolwork. Well, hell, you look at the transcript, and he didn't do his schoolwork when he was with them. So how in the world am I going to all of a sudden be a miracle worker and change him?
Once I leave, I'm going to go with nothing but great memories and no what-ifs. I'm not going to look back and say, what if I would have had my wrist operated on, or what if I would have played one more year? The day I wake up and the day I don't want to go out and work and train and love this game like I have for 25 years now, then it's time for me to go.
Nice pass. In 1991, two individuals put an end to the very same question. Duke's head coach Mike Krzyzewski and the Bulls' Michael Jordan no longer have to hear that question, when are you going to win the big one? The year not only gave us two new champions, but also a brand new batch of young talent who put their own individual stamps on the game. Here's a look at some of the Showtime moments of 1991.
I can book your head. Yo, MCs. I can book your head. I can book your head. Yo, MCs. I can book your head. I can book your head. Yo, MCs. I can book your head. I can book your head. Yo, MCs. I can book your head.
From midcourt, fires it up, and it goes! Just in with the rebound. Anderson, high off the glass.
Yo, MCs.
From midcourt, fires it up, and it goes!
Yo, MCs. Yo, MCs. Yo, MCs. There he is. That's why you keep... Yo, MCs.
The Los Angeles Lakers select Irvin Magic Johnson, Michigan State, 6'8", 200 pounds.
I never thought that I would be in an NBA championship. It just means so much. You can walk around with your head proud.
A basketball generation has grown up in the brilliance of his many heroics.
Okay.
Now, it's a novelty to watch Magic Johnson practice what he used to perform with such joyful skill.
Because of the HIV virus that I have attained, I will have to retire from the Lakers.
November 7th, 1991, a day when once again the cruel realities of the real world intrude into the fairy tale scene that is the world of sports.
The story shook every note in a national chord of sports worship and social policy. It left the famous and the anonymous equally stunned.
When it finally hits somebody who you know, I mean, it's like crazy.
I'm shocked, devastated, and concerned.
He is alive, but not very well right now, and you know, we do not, you know, want to eulogize him.
Nobody's invincible and that we're all human.
We had the privilege of working with Ryan White for several years, and I know what people with AIDS go through. It's not a very pleasant life. The discrimination and bigotry and fear that surrounds this disease is always something that puts an extra burden on it.
God did this for a reason.
Irvin might be the only one really capable of carrying that kind of burden on his shoulders.
The next night, his Lakers went through the motions in Phoenix. They were shellacked. Elsewhere, basketball began to say goodbye. In Boston, an historic building rocked with tribute to the leader of the loyal opposition.
Everybody is here, and it's like madness.
With the shock still numbing and the sports sense of loss beginning to wake, the days after focused attention on the HIV virus.
I will now become a spokesman for the HIV virus because I want people, young people, to realize that they can practice safe sex.
You don't even want to have sex. I mean, you don't even think about it. You know, you just want to just go to school and do things that are important.
I think this clearly is one of the most significant moments in the history of the AIDS epidemic.
I can't think of anything that will do more to help destigmatize this illness.
He's going to die, and I'm going to die. And the 40 million people that the World Health Organization predicts are going to be HIV positive by the year 2000 are going to die.
The great question was, how did he get it? His answer? Accommodating untold numbers of women through unprotected sex. Facts pierced the shock of his disclosure, and opinion grew in some quarters that not chance, but behavior had brought Magic this virus. By year's end, Magic was talking about keeping his spot on the U.S. Olympic team, health permitting. He accepted the invitation of President Bush to sit on the 15-member AIDS Commission. But the surreal impact of his virus brought one back to the most poignant initial response to his virus.
The Magic is back.
Man, this is what it's all about. I mean, people are getting snot knocked out of them out there. This is a good football game.
Did I go to jail for 4 years? Yes. Was I in the numbers business? Yes.
National championship, baby! We are #1! Who proved that, baby? Yeah!
Do I know John Gotti? No. Do I know the Cavalcanti family? No. Do I know Joe Pagano who said I'm with us? No.
Just something you can't buy in that class, and you don't got none of that.
You're sweet. I'm gonna make sure you kiss me good with those big lips.
Yeah, I shake his hand. I got a lot of respect for him. We're good friends, but I don't think I can ever kiss him.
Man, I can't wait till the 28th. I'm gonna make you my girlfriend.
To be involved with maybe 20,000 or so ladies consume as much of my time as my whole basketball career.
Why do you bring it up? Because some other jerk brought it up that has nothing substantial? You're wrong. But then shut up.
When you come out with something about me resigning, just say Coach Dye's getting fired. Because that's what it's going to take to get me out of here.
That microphone out of my face before I break it.
All 47 players. And coaches completely quit.
Be a man.
Be a man.
Got about that much sense as a bunch of kid who's just born.
Rumor. I do know one thing. I am the
manager, and I'm going to run this team. And people that aren't happy with that can go play somewhere else. I can't help it.
I'll be having a fling with a pretty young thing till early morning.
So you can sing as well as you can fight?
Absolutely. Stand tall, stand proud.
It is with a heavy heart that I have come here today to announce my immediate retirement of the National Football League.
Hey, I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I've had a great career, and I wanted to find for myself, and I did that tonight.
First thing I thought about when I was in the hospital was just making sure that Dalton was fine, you know, because I think that would be a devastating feeling, or I don't know how I could handle if something would happen to him because of me.
The point is, if you can live, you can dream. I came within inches of becoming heavyweight champ of the world, and the only thing that stopped me was that fantastic jaw of that great champion, Evander Holyfield.
They said we can't do it! We did it! We did it!
We were lucky to win it, so now I'm taking the luck. I'm tired of the skill.
I do the Deion Sanders high step, and we in the end zone working. Woo.
Yeah! Yeah! What's up?
$100 million a year? Worth it or not, it is a lot of money. Who knows how much athletes will earn in 20 years? But one thing's for sure as you watch our wacky plays of the year. These athletes aren't even worth $100 a year. Roll 'em, boys.
He could go all the way. And he'll score. Not! Allow him to kick me and post it. Look, it's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's... Bottom of the ninth, tie game, and here's the pitch. And whack! What a connection! But it sails foul. Another souvenir for the crowd. Give that pitcher another ball or two. Next pitch, grounder to third. Then Helmet Caminiti shows off his powerful arm. Man on base now. It could be extra bases as the ball rolls around and left. Wait, we might have a rundown. And what's this? A runner trying to score? He's saved! Great call, ump. From our Olympic Games department, opening ceremonies as the participants gird their loins for battle. In the women's 100-meter dash, we have a dead heat. Literally. In men's gymnastics, the keenest of skillful athletes compete for the gold, where the horse event brings out the best. And hey, the horizontal bar doesn't mean you have to land that way. Time for a quick Olympic picture from the cycling class. Say, cheese. No, not now, not there. Say, dominoes. I got it. I had it. The winter sport of sky jumping, where precision is way so important. Ah, the graceful beauty of a double axel on ice. Hey, that's pretty goofy. And now a quick message regarding safety while driving. And now, our calls of the year.
Banky at the horn. Pedal start, determined, light, unwavering. Here's the finish, and it is very close.
Vanderbilt is man to make it look hard. Shot is no good. And that's, oh my Lord!
The shot of the year in girls' high school hoops. Incredible! Nobody converts the 7-10 split, except this guy. And for that, you get this beautiful trophy to keep forever. Or maybe you get to keep it for about 5 seconds. Michael Adams on the fast break. And hey, offensive foul, he never had position. The punt of the year, Warner, South Dakota's Chris Roselle, who boots it to himself, minus 15 yards. And we leave you with minor leaguer Rodney McRae, who reminds us what a wacky year this truly has been.
In hockey, before the 90-91 season, Brett Hull of the St. Louis Blues had already made his money. He had the multi-million-dollar contract. He wanted to make the most valuable player award in the NHL, and he wanted to make the St. Louis Blues into one of the contenders for the Campbell Conference crown. To do that, he'd have to score a lot of goals. How many? Try 86 of them. Yes, there's no doubt about it. Brett Hull knew how to put this in the net.
My first year in St. Louis, I said I would really like to get 40 goals. When I first broke into the league, I said to myself, one year I would really like to get 50 goals. Other than that, I do not set any personal goals. It's all team-oriented. It's unfortunate that I get more of the publicity, and that's probably solely because, you know, goals are more crowd-pleasing than assists are. So I go out and I just play, you know, I have fun. Whether I become a better team leader and work on my plus-minus, you know, whether I score more goals, score more goals, score more goals, score more goals. Just become a better player every year. That's the main thing.
Welcome back to the best of SportsCenter. And as winter descends upon us, what better way to warm us up than a visit from the boys of summer? Where's that hot stove league when you need it? Well, this was a year with another rash of no-hitters, as well as a couple of last-place teams ending up in a World Series for the annals. In between were those incredible catches and inexplicable incidents that always seem to rise from the diamond. And if you missed any of it here on SportsCenter, or just want to be reminded, we've got it for you now, including some inspirational words from seasons past. Okay, curveball, down and away.
Griffey reaches up at the wall and he makes the catch.
Griffey going back. Looks like he's got this one timed.
Left center field. Griffey makes a diving catch. Running on the payoff pitch, Bonds with a drive, deep right field, go ball, it's gone, and the Pirates winning in the bottom of the 11th inning.
And the National League pennant belongs to the Atlanta Braves from 1991. A high drive into left center. Puckett going back at the wall, leaps in the air and makes the catch. And the 2-1 pitch to the Minnesota center fielder is driven to deep left center field. Back goes Keith Mitchell. It is gone. Home run, Puckett.
We hope you've enjoyed the last hour as we tried to bring you the more poignant, the more controversial, the more humorous moments of this year in sports. But before we embark upon another year, here's a final look back at some of the more memorable moments that make up the year of 1991. For everybody at ESPN SportsCenter, thanks for a great year. We'll see you in '92. I'm Chris Berman.
Puts it down on the way. It's long enough, and it is no good. He missed it to the right with 4 seconds to play. Oh my, that's the cherry on the sundae. The lob to Grant, and it's stopped for Grant. What a play!
The Detroit Pistons are leaving the floor with 7.9 left. Back to Jordan, down the lane, inside. Oh, no! Oh! Chasing his hands on in mid-flight.
The greatest moment in the history of the franchise. Yeah, let it hang up. Let it go. All the emotions. He's going. Here comes the throw. He's got it. That's it. Number 7 is in the books. The remarkable Ryan has done it again.
El Presidente, El Perfecto.
The United States wins the Ryder Cup.
Hard ground ball, great grab, Green. It's over. He's pitched a no-hit, no-run game.
That's way back to right. That is gone.
They threw to Herbeck at first. He tags out Gant. And now Gant is arguing with Drew Coble. Pat Corrales is out.
We're all pulling for you. So keep the faith. We love you. And thumbs up, Mike. We love you.
Because of the HIV virus that I have attained, I will have to retire from the Lakers today.
Magic looks well. They're coming back from the wires. The entire throng sees him. He will accommodate them with a smile here in a minute, I'm sure.